am so excited to be here tonight because I was asked to do this, and I'm so excited to share some information with you. I've heard it said that the number one fear that most people have in their life is to speak in front of a bunch of people. And that's probably true, and I do agree with that. But when I started thinking about it, I thought, no, I'd probably be afraid if I fell off of a ship and the ship didn't know I fell off and it sailed away and then sharks found me. That would scare me a lot more than talking to people right here, okay? And I get a chance to do this every single day. What I'd like to share with you tonight is a subject that's very dear to me. It is on opportunity. And so when the ideas that I share with you tonight, I hope they inspire you. I hope that you can say, yep, I've been there, I've done that. Or you can say, oh, that's a great idea. I think I'm going to take advantage of that. So I have to ask you, when opportunity knocks, do you answer the door? So I have to look at it and say, well, when you make a decision to say yes or no, what prompted you to make that? For example, okay, did you find this opportunity? Think of just one opportunity, because we all have them all the time. But did you turn it down because it sounded too good to be true? Did you get an opportunity and you take advantage of it and jump in with both feet and say, yep, that's a great opportunity, I think that's going to be good for me? Or did you have to think about it and investigate it? Okay, and then why did you make that choice? Sometimes these opportunities look really good and we take advantage of them. That could be investing with a friend or a partner in a business. It could be, it could be anything. Maybe mentoring a student. It could be walking in a marathon or running in a marathon, which I've done. But you're not quite sure. And then what happens is, well, first of all, I believe that opportunities, they exist for every one of us every single day if we're open to it. We're not always open to these opportunities. And sometimes we miss them and we say, I wish I had known that, or darn, I wish I would have taken advantage of that, or I wish I already knew something about that because I would have said yes when I said no. And that's happened to me many times, one that I'm going to explain in particular. Okay, now think about that opportunity, or an opportunity that you do take advantage of, one that changed your life. That happened to me, and I'll explain that in a few minutes, because if I had said no, I would not be where I am today, and certainly not speaking to you about it. Okay? But most of the time, there have been times that you did take advantage of the opportunity, it didn't work out, and you were really disgusted with yourself and said, darn it, I should not have done that. And that's happened to me too. A bad one that, well, I don't want to say it's a bad one, but about 2 or 3 years ago, I have friends that all ride motorcycles. And I thought, well, that looks like fun. I think I'm going to get one. And so I talked to my friend and I went, can you help me go find a bike? And he said, you mean a two-wheeler? I went, yeah, with an engine. You want to buy a motorcycle? And I said, yeah. Can you teach me how to drive? And he said, sure. So he taught me how to drive. I got a good opportunity to buy one at a very decent price, a brand new one, so I bought it. Took the test, passed it with flying colors, and then drove it around, loved it, had a good time. And then one day I went up to the mountains and drove it, and on the way down I did something I shouldn't have done. I took my eyes off the road, and I crashed it. Now, I don't remember the crash. I don't remember being airlifted to the hospital. I was in a coma for 3 days and in the hospital for 3 weeks with broken bones, head injuries, and when I woke up, I went, where the heck am I? Okay, the motorcycle was gone. Now, I don't look at that as a bad thing. I just learned what not to do next, and certainly it's to ride a motorcycle. But going, moving right along, I'm not afraid of them, and I still ride with my friends. Okay, so when you look at that, and what I look at all the time, and I teach this in my business, is what you think about, you bring about. So if you are a positive person and you're thinking about something you want to take advantage of, or that you want to say yes to an opportunity, okay, it probably is the right thing. If you're thinking about it, it will come to you. But if you're thinking negatively or you're thinking bad things, because nobody likes to be around negative people, I surely don't, okay, then you're going to bring that to you as well. So you might as well be happy and wake up in the morning and say, what's this day going to hold for me, okay? And when I'm looking at that, I have to say, what are your beliefs? And I ask that of my employees too. Are you proud of your accomplishments? Okay? Are you setting goals and achieving them because you put your mind to it? And do you take advantage of the opportunities that are out there for you because they come to you, great and small, and gets you where you want to go? Or do you find yourself in a spiral going downward saying, oh, everything I invest in turns into failure? Well, you know, when you take advantage of opportunities that don't work out for you, you can look at it as a failure, and you can sit on the couch and complain about it, and that happens to good, lucky people, but not me. And you will get more of that. But if you look at that opportunity that didn't work out as a learning opportunity, a learning experience, because everything I've ever done said, I know what to do next time, and I know what not to do. But all of them have brought me to where I am today. And I want to talk to you a little bit about that real quick, because I am the CEO of my own company. But at 35, and most of you know I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, if you look at the brochure, okay? At 35 years old, I was married, had 2 kids. I was in deep debt because of some bad mistakes we made. I owed everybody in the world, I think, including the IRS. And maybe some of you have been there, and maybe some of you will go there, hopefully not. Okay, but we lost our house to foreclosure. But I had 2 kids that I had to support. And so we looked for work in another state, packed up the kids, went to Denver, Colorado, and found a job. Didn't get me out of my bad credit situation, didn't get me out of the debt, but at least it put food on the table. But because I took advantage of that, of going there, okay, another opportunity presented itself. And due to the way that I put forward my work ethics, and it was in sales, I was given the opportunity to buy a business here in Fresno. Now, with the baggage I had, first thing I thought of was, how am I going to do that? I can't afford a business. I know what I could do if I could get it for free, but that wasn't going to happen. So I thought, well, let me say yes to the opportunity if I get a little help from somebody, and 2 people gave me a little help, okay? Because I thought, what's the worst that could happen? Okay, I could fail or learn something from it and try something else. And so I said yes to that opportunity. That was back in 1985 when we opened the doors. We had a small office, 5 employees, one of them being me and one of them being my daughter, who was I got her enrolled in Bullard High School. Didn't know anything about Fresno, didn't even know where it was on the map. But I said yes. And so we worked at bringing that business to where it is today. Was it easy? Heck no. Do we have ups? Oh, many. Do we have downs? Many more. But what we said was failure is not an option for us. We're going to make it. And the reason we made it, I think, not only because we worked hard at it, but because there was a lot of people waiting for us to fail and said, oh, they'll never make it. Well, that just turns me on. And I thought, I'm going to make this. Well, today, 30 years later, 27 and a half years in this business, okay, we now have over 4 and working on another office in California, throughout California. We have 125 employees. I am financially independent. My credit is excellent. And I was very fortunate to have to go through all of those things, and I'll tell you why. Because my kids saw that I was a strong mom, and my son is now the president of this company. My daughter is the vice president, and they do a tremendous job. It allows me to retire if I want to, but I don't want to because I love my employees and they love me, which is why one of them said, can you speak, please? I said, yeah, I can. So here I am. Now that went from there to here. It wasn't easy, but I'll tell you what. If I had not taken advantage of that opportunity, I would not be where I am today. So all I want for you is to take advantage of everything that life has to offer, no matter what it is and what your dreams are about. Take advantage of every opportunity that you've got. And if you don't make it the first time, don't worry about it, because another one will come along. But always think positive. Find out what your passions are. I mean, look at the guy that started Facebook. You know, he was a college student. And now he's very, very wealthy. Zuckerman, I think his last name is. I don't know much about him, but he didn't have a goal. He just said, hey, there's something I can offer to the public. So if you look at things, at experiences, if you're happy with where you are, great. But if you're not and you want to go for something, don't ever deny it, because you deserve it. So I want to leave you with this lasting impression, because this has always been important to me. Read, read, read. Because one of the things you will read from many successful people is, if you can dream it, you can do it. Thank you.